Hello. We are live on Instagram. Instagram's telling me that they're telling my followers that we've started a live video. That's very nice of Instagram. Please tell them all. Hey, they told Kayla. There's Kayla. Hi, Kayla. I can wave at you. Hey, Shay's Creations. Olive Priscilla. There's Leslie. Gail's Fashion. Candy on the Go. Look at all these awesome people jumping on so quick. Hey, everybody. Good to see you. Glad you're all here. MB Crafts. Leah Fashion. Awesome. Good. Glad to see everybody this afternoon. I was going to say this morning because it's just the day's gone by so quickly. But yeah, we did a lot of cool stuff today. Hey, Christy. Good to see you. Awesome. Awesome. Well, it said we had like 800 people live right now. So I was like, I think I'll just jump into this chat. That'd be really cool. So welcome, everybody. I know you guys aren't used to seeing me over here doing these intros, but that's what's happening today. My friend Danny is out this week. He has some family stuff going on, so he's not here today. But you got myself. You got Jesse behind the computer.
No.
He is the keyboard warrior today, so he will be responding to all of your messages and letting me know when my eyes fail me and I can no longer read them. So can't wait to see what you have. Awesome. Gail, we're going to do some cool stuff today, I tell you what. So on my last live, we were playing with some unicorn spit. Hopefully you guys are familiar with that. Let's see. You can't. Awesome. Let me show you real quick one of the things we did. Okay. So this is super vibrant. Wasn't ready for all these awesome colors to be able to come out so easily on this wood box, but look, isn't that cool? So we did a fun little rainbow wood stain. It's still drying a little bit, probably because I used way too much color in the corners there. But yeah, it came out really good. Super happy with the way this turned out. And then we also did a little version of that with the unicorn spit where we made it more peacock colors. And this one is completely dry, as you'll see, because I've been touching it and it's not coming off. But yeah, this one colored really nicely too, don't they? I'm really happy with these colors. They look really good. And what's cool is once they dry completely, they're gonna get really matte. But then after that, when you seal it, they can get really, really shiny again. So just a matter of adding some UV resin, maybe some Marabou aqua varnish, anything like that would work out pretty great. But yeah, so we did that earlier. Today on this live, we're gonna play with this xTool back here. You might notice, hey Jessa, good to see you again. You might notice over here, I brought my slide extender friend. So that's gonna be, oh, we should stop framing. There we go, that's the noise that it's making. Okay, I was wondering what that was. It's okay. But yeah, so we've got the slide extender today. We'll be doing some marble handleboards, and we'll be trying to engrave on that cool little unicorn wood stain box that we got back there. Hey Anna, good to see you. And for my friends that are asking to join the live right now, we're not doing that today. However, if you do ever want to join a live, reach out to collabs@makerflo.com and we can look into that for you. We tend to try to plan those out. Yeah, you're excited to see it in action. Me too, Leslie, because I am not the engraving person here, so we are just doing the best we can today. But yeah, hey, there's Anna Gabrielle. Good to see you. Awesome. We got so many cool people in this chat already. Thank you guys for showing up. Really appreciate it. There's a bunch of amazing crafters in the house, so if you are one of said amazing crafters, or you'd like to be considered one of the amazing crafters I'm talking about, go ahead and plug your Instagram, your socials, put it in the chat. Feel free to follow each other, guys. Got some of the best in the biz in this chat right now. So definitely say hello. If you want to talk about what you specialize in, feel free. But yeah, post that stuff in the chat. Let's make some new friends today, guys. Oh, you're in the Facebook Live too? Awesome, I appreciate you. That's really cool. But yeah, so let me quickly get into kind of what we got going on the website right now so we can get into the fun crafting stuff. And I'm already out of breath because, again, I'm not used to this. Okay, so first, we have some deals going on. Who's been on the website lately? If you haven't been on the website, what I'm talking about specifically is we have the BOGOC that's almost over. It is double BOGOC, so that means buy 2 cases, get 2 cases. So you can pick 2 of the qualifying cases as your purchase, and then you get 2 for free. Don't have to be the same. You can mix and match a little bit. The cases are as is though. They're not the build-a-bundles, so go ahead and check out those specific ones. I'll make more crafter friends. Perfect. Yeah, absolutely. You guys feel free to kind of share info about yourself. And like I said, if you see another cool crafter in here, feel free to follow them, because there's been some amazing content coming out lately from everybody here, and you guys are super awesome. So definitely want to share the love. That's an amazing deal, right? It's a great deal. And then on top of that, we are still doing the Build-A-Bundle extra 30%, and this runs until the 28th. So if you guys aren't familiar with the Build-A-Bundle, the way the Build-A-Bundle works is you get to go in and you pick what 25 cups you want. Typically you pick by craft, so stainless or sublimation or powder coated. However, with this specific deal, it is all of the stainless that apply and the sublimation that apply. So if you wanted to build a bundle where you mix and match a little bit, as long as they're all qualifying tumblers, you still can, and you'll get an extra 30% off. So really good deals going on. I'm the resident glitter for Camo and Hair Bows when I'm not at work. That's true. Yeah, they are the glitter people for sure. Hey Andrea, good to see you. Awesome. Build-A-Bundle. Yeah, the Build-A-Bundle is really cool. All right, so on top of that, we also have, there's Emily Sunflower Crafts. Definitely some great crafters in here. I'm telling you, just every time a name pops up, just go ahead and click follow, because they're all very, very cool. But anyway, so got the Build-A-Bundle, got that Bogok. We still have up to 75% off on epoxy craft supplies. So that ranges between the Flow-Epoxy, stainless steel items, even I want to say like the crushed ice and the citrus slice wedges, all kinds of cool stuff. So definitely get those deals while you can. And then in exactly 1 month from today, we will be in Pomona, or preparing for Pomona, but we'll be at Pinners, at the Pinners conference. We got 2 new classes that we'll be teaching over there. We're bringing some stuff to Pomona we've never brought before, like our 40-ounce tumblers. On top of that, we're also bringing a fun new UV resin class. So we are very early on in the testing stages of that new UV resin in booth class. So I'm really excited for you guys to try it, and I'll go ahead and link it here, because at this point it's happening. But we'll be glittering pens in our booth. Yeah. So definitely have to check that out, guys. And what else? Let's see. Cool, can't wait. I need to go back. Gonna try to at least catch the end of the TikTok live if I can get my lunch in time. Definitely, yeah, come back and see us. And don't worry, if you guys miss these lives, my friend Jesse over there, the keyboard warrior, as I told you, he will also be putting up these lives on YouTube later on. So don't worry, you can see the lives later. If you're not able to stay now, just send someone else in your place. That way we still get the views. No, I'm just kidding. But let's see, so we've got all the sales going on. I mentioned Pinners. On top of that, we have a featured crafter section of the website where it talks about 3 amazing crafters. I want to say Cruz is the only one who's not in this live, but she was in the last live. It's Cruz, Leslie, and Jessa from Camo and Hair Bows. So we've got Jessa in here. Kayla's sticking around. I think Jessa said she had to leave, but we have half of that group in here still. So a lot of good crafters. If you want to be the 4th one, you can't. I'm sorry, the 4th one's already in the works. I know who it is, but I can't tell you yet. However, you could be the one after that. So apply to get featured. We'd love to see you up there. We'd love to support what you do and really spread it to our audience, our customers, and just kind of give you a little more extra attention if we can. On top of that, we also have a brand new affiliate program that we really haven't talked much about, especially on these lives. So I'll go ahead and just kind of let you know briefly. So if you go to MakerFlo Crafts website, you scroll down to the bottom where all this trade show and featured crafters and blogs are, you're gonna see that there is a MakerFlo Tribe button. That Tribe button is specifically referring to affiliates. So if you want to be an affiliate with MakerFlo Crafts, say you try to get on the influencer campaign, you miss the boat, but you still want to be part of the group, fill out that affiliate program. If you are just a regular crafter or even like a light crafter, the affiliate store credit program is perfect for you. You can apply for that and get in no problem. If you love to teach and you are an established crafter who is teaching their skills to other people and doing like YouTube classes, in-person classes, anything like that, there's also a cash affiliate program. And that is more for you. So for that one, you do have to apply. You will get approved or denied based on what you let us know. But that one is more catered to the people that are teaching and kind of putting together courses and curriculum for their crafts. Would love to be a part of this amazing community. Awesome. Yeah. So with those kind of ways, that's probably the easiest way to get in. So definitely check that out. Excuse me. Either apply to get featured or apply to affiliate or do both. Why not? Right? So hopefully we'll get to see some more people coming in that way. The Poxy Bros here. I think I just talked to you on Instagram a little bit ago. I sent you the collab email. Yep, Jesse's shaking his head. That's what happened. Perfect. Welcome. Thank you for joining the live. But yeah, so affiliate programs, a great new place to start. 2 programs. And I will mention that the affiliate program we had before was only 3%. So we're doing 5% now, either store credit or cash, whichever you get into. So definitely some cool stuff. But let's see. On top of that, we have new products. So we've been talking to you guys about new products for a while. I will quickly show a different new product than I showed in the last one, but it's still going to pertain to UV resin. So here we go. See this little M here? I made this in an alphabet mold because we have alphabet molds coming to the website very, very soon. And then if you look closely, you see all those cool little beachy things there, right? So those are shells, which will also be on the website very soon. And perhaps this will be a class that we teach in Pomona. So if this is something you like, something you think is cool, sign up for that beachy class and we'll see you there. But that's about it. That's all I have as far as updates, website things go. That's going to be that. But let's get started on some engraving, right, guys? So I'll go ahead and move you over. If you have questions along the way, let us know. I go through these kind of fast, so feel free to stop me, and we will do our best to catch you up. Okay, so first things first. This is the whole setup for the xTool F1. So I know there's a few of you out there who have this machine already, and you know kind of how awesome it is, how easy it works, but this is it. So this itself, this is the xTool F1. This is the thing that does all the heavy lifting and the hard work. Next to it, I have my purifier, which you only need if you're in a small enclosed area. Right here, I have my slide extender. So this turns it from a 4x4 platform to what, 4x12?
Yep.
4x12. So this one basically extends it. So instead of just engraving with this little area here, the slide extender will slide your product along so that it can keep engraving. And then next to it, I have my laptop. So let's say you want to do a pop-up, you want to go and engrave some custom cutting boards, handle boards, anything like that's a little bit longer, maybe cigar boxes. Just bring your purifier, your xTool, slide extender, and laptop. So all of that fits on maybe a 4-foot table, if even that. Like, you really don't need a lot of room for this. For my friends that are out there, who will attest that this is the real deal, that you don't need a lot of space, that the machine works really easily in small, compact conditions. Let me know. That way, you guys can tell that everyone else has done this too. Can you engrave the tumblers with this xTool? Now, me personally, I am so-so at engraving the tumblers with this xTool. However, Leslie, my friend in the chat here, she's engraved some fabulous tumblers. I have a 30-ounce powder coated at home that she did that's beautiful. But she did basically, which is gonna ask the same, but yeah, she basically, would you mind grabbing me a 30-ounce powder coated, Jesse? No, they're not. Just grab me a regular one. But I'll kind of show you guys really quick like what she's done on that. And Leslie, correct me if I'm wrong, but I want to say you did one pass for the top section and one for the bottom section. This is fine. This will work. So this wasn't done with this engraving machine, but for instance, I think what she does is she engraves this section and then she does this section. It's so much fun. Don't let the machine scare you. It's super user-friendly and so fun. And this goes on the rotary tool. So you put it on the rotary, you do the one part, and then you come back, you do the other part. But that's it. You can have a fully engraved tumbler really quick. Yep, split the design. Perfect. See, I was paying attention. But yeah, so this machine's super cool. Great for on-the-go personalizations. It did this necklace for me too. So, but yeah, it's really cool. Very helpful. So we'll get into the slide extender too without too much delay. All right, but yeah, keep asking those questions, guys. The xTool's a lot of fun, and honestly, I've never engraved before, but this made it super easy. So first thing we're gonna engrave, and I'll just kind of get it out of the box for you. So we're gonna work on this marble handle board, which I think, are we sold out on these on the site still?
Yeah.
Okay, these are sold out, but they're coming back very soon. The reason why they're sold out is look at this beautiful packaging. So this is how it comes, right? And then inside, we have some beautiful care instructions, just like with our care cards and our tumblers. And this is that marble handle board. Really awesome. I'm just gonna set her down right there and then show you the other stuff in here really quick. So it also has the 4 little utensils, which I've heard to as big kid lunchable utensils, which is my favorite so far. But they're fancy knives and spears for cheeses. So yeah, lots of cool stuff in here. I'll go and just set this to the side and then we'll get started. All right, so first thing I'm gonna do is set my handle board on top of my slide extender. So I'm just gonna set that down right there. Now, one thing I will say is, let's see, what you wanna do when you're measuring this up, and Jesse, is there a reason why it's so far over here? Or does it need to be over a little bit?
It does it when it's just framing.
Okay, cool.
It's because you stopped it. If you hit
Because I
framing,
stopped it,
yeah,
got it.
it should just slide over.
Go right back to where it was?
Yep.
Okay,
Okay. It's just,
okay. All right, so basically with this machine, all it can really cover is what's underneath the laser, right? So what this slide extender does, big kid lunchable box, but what the slider does is it actually moves the product along the slider. So we'll go ahead and just leave this pretty close up. Now, one thing I've noticed is you want to make sure that the surface you're engraving on is even. So I'm going to try to match up where this little wood part ends and where this little wood part ends so that they are living in the same area. There we go. Perfect. So once you kind of line that up the way you want, then from there, you're going to start placing your image where you want it to be. So when I'm looking on this grid, because if you look behind it, you're going to be able to see numbers. So right back here where I'm pointing, there's actually a whole little grid line. Let's see if I can zoom in a little bit. And make sure you guys are asking questions as you have them. But yeah, right back here, there's a whole little grid line. So what I'm doing is I'm looking at the number that's back here, and then I'm going to go ahead and look at the numbers on my computer. So like if I click on this, right? And then I'm going to zoom in a little bit. Let's see. Okay. So see these squares here? All of these squares match up with where this is counting down. So what you want to do is, since I am starting around the, let's see, I'm starting on the 10 line as the edge. I'm going to go all the way to the 290 line over here. So what that tells me is I want to be centered between those two things. So if I have 0 to 290, I'm going to move this to where it is pretty close to that. Scoot it over a little bit. And you see how the extender moves with it? You guys see that?
everyone's intensely watching.
Awesome. Okay, so as I moved my image, my actual item is moving too. Now you'll also want to pay attention to this framing that you have going on here. So I'm sure you guys can see those little blue lines. Basically what you're looking for is that is centered where you want it to be. And then from there, since that's where we're starting, we want it to kind of end closer to this 290 area. So let me just count up my little squares over here and make sure that it's going where I want it to go. So when you're looking at your computer, you're gonna see this block here, this block here, this block here. Every block is 100 of those millimeters. So what I know is if I'm starting over here, that's 10, 20, 30, 40. 40 is where I'm starting, so I'm gonna wanna slide that over a little bit. And then see how it moves my cutting board a little bit too. Okay, so I can slide a little bit more. Perfect, and then that takes me basically to the very edge. Let me just move that back over for you. Awesome. Hey Cynthia, good to see you. All right, so now I've got that lined up the way I want it to be. You make sure, let's see, 100, 200, 300, so that's 290, 280, 270. So it looks like this starts at 20 and ends at 270. So I want to slide it a little bit so it's a little more centered. So I'll probably start around the 30 area. Here we go. Perfect. Okay. So that is centered where I want it to be. I'm pretty sure it's the right direction. If not, we're just practicing, right? We can just flip it over and try again. But let's give it a try. Now, the last thing was with the framing. Jesse, what you showed me is I can use this so it goes to the end, right?
Yep.
Okay, so on the side here, normally you use this to focus. We've already focused, so we don't need to worry about that. But what it'll do now, since we're already framing, is if you twist it a little bit, right?
Yep.
If you twist it a little bit, what it's gonna do is it'll slide the extender to where it's gonna go. So basically it'll frame out that entire section it's gonna do. So where it went to just now is where it would start, and this is where it would end. So basically it stopped right here. So that's the end of it, whereas that was the start of it. So this is perfect. It's nice and centered. I like the way it's gonna look. So now it's time to engrave. So I'm gonna go ahead and point this at you. Hey Carrie, good to see you. I'm gonna point this at the xTool a little bit better. Right? Thank you, Leslie. I didn't know it either. Jesse showed me, but he's camera shyer than I am, so he is not out here right now. I am just soaking up his wisdom. Okay, so now what we'll go ahead and do is we are gonna check our settings. So to check your settings, I'll go ahead and just click off of the design. Let me show you again real quick. Okay, so that's the whole design. That's a cool tip, didn't know that one. Seeing it frame like that helps ease my nerves. Doesn't it? It really made me feel good too. But okay, so we're back onto the computer screen. What I wanted to show you is that when you have this highlighted, you can't see what the manual setting is, but I can see what my power settings are. Now, we're gonna go ahead and, we edited this to 120 the last time I tried it, but I'm gonna update it to 140. The auto setting that it picked for me was blue light with the power of 100, speed of 160, and lines per centimeter 100. Now for me, I wanted it to engrave a little bit more cautiously, so we took it down from the 160 to 140. So you can leave it at the standard settings, kind of see how it goes, or if you are more comfortable with your personal settings, feel free to do that as well. So we're gonna try it with our own settings. Now if you wanted to switch it to a different material, you could always just click outside of the image, and then see right here under material. So right there where my mouse is kind of wildly shaking at you guys, right here, I think I highlighted it. No, it won't let me highlight, but yeah, right there, that is the material. So you can change that to a different one, but right now we have it set on wood coaster because that seemed to work pretty good. So let's go ahead and click on our image again. I've got my settings the way I want them to be. I'm gonna go ahead and stop framing. And let's go ahead and process it. So I'm gonna click process on the computer. Okay. That's the image, and I want it to be upside down because I want the M to be here and the O to be here, so that's exactly how I wanted it to be. Now, keep in mind that it is unfortunately mirrored, or not mirrored for you guys, so it might look backwards, but I assure you it is not. So let's go ahead to the next step. So I click process on my computer, right? Next thing I'm gonna do is hit start, which is this little green button up here. So I click the start button, it sent the file to the xTool. So now, let's go to the xTool, and we're gonna start engraving. Now this is a blue light, so I'm gonna wanna bring this down just a little bit so that it doesn't blind my audience, but I also wanna be cognizant of this little button right here. Now I don't wanna hit that as I'm moving my project along. So I've got the green little shield down to just before where that button is, okay guys? So now I'm gonna go ahead and click the start button on the side of my xTool, and away we go. It always makes me so nervous when it starts framing for the first time because it pulls it a little bit far one angle and you think that it's going to start engraving where it shouldn't, but it pulls it right back to where it's supposed to be right after. But yeah, so it looks like it's already starting to engrave. Let's zoom in a little bit more so you guys can see it a little better. You guys see that okay? But yeah, it's really cool how the machine just kind of keeps on going, and as it's engraving, you'll see that it starts sliding. So see how it's moving to the side of the screen, how it's getting a little further and further? That's doing it all on its own. So that's just the magic of the xTool right now at work. And all we have to do is sit here and watch it. So I hope you guys brought your popcorn, because it is now popcorn time. And yeah, we can just kind of sit here and see how it goes. Now, if you're also noticing the sound level, it's really not that loud. Essentially, this is as loud as it gets. So as long as you can kind of keep a conversation at this level, you really don't have anything to worry about. This is the perfect tool to take to all of your pop-ups. It's great for custom engraving, anything on the spot. It's super easy to do. But yeah, so let me know if you guys have questions. They convinced me to grab that extender. Awesome, I'm glad to hear it. Isn't it just like cool how it all kind of works on its own? And again, it's such a small setup. It really doesn't need a whole lot of space, and it just does everything on its own. Yeah. And I mean, Jesse brings up a good point too. So like, say you had like a plywood piece here, right? You could technically engrave and cut multiple keychains at once, right? But yeah, it's super easy to use, very versatile. It is designed for smaller items, so with bigger items it takes a little bit of time, but for those on-the-spot personalizations, it is amazing. Definitely would highly recommend. So what questions do we have, guys? Let me know, and I'll try to get those answered for you. I know we have an amazing deal on the xTool right now on the site. Do we still have all those deals going on it right now, Jesse? Okay. Jesse's gonna double check for us really quick, but I'm just gonna pull this back a little bit. That's the whole setup, guys. So we don't sell laptops on the website yet, so you won't be able to get that with us, but you will be able to get the purifier, the xTool slide extender. Hola, ¿cómo estás?
20% off, and you get a $100 gift card as well.
So 20% off, Jesse? Yep. And is that for the whole set, or?
That's just the engraver, and with everything all together, it's $22.50.
Awesome.
All the attachments.
Awesome. So yeah, so we're throwing in gift cards, we're throwing percentages off. Great deals on the xTool right now. Would you mind popping the link in the chat, Jesse? Cool. And Jesse's gonna throw that link in there for you guys. That way, if you're curious, you can check it out. It looks like it's all the way to the. It's already on the F. It is engraving quickly, so it's already done the O, L. Wow. Okay. Yeah, that's awesome. Jesse, you want to say hi? Look, guys, it's Jesse. For anyone playing Spot the Jesse at home, that was him. Let's see. Awesome. But yeah, let me know if you guys have questions, guys. Hey, Cynthia. Good to see you again. Thanks for coming back. Leslie says hi, Jesse. Oh, look at all those people saying hi to you. He will respond to you guys right now. Johanna, you missed it. Johanna was the one asking about Jesse the most. Hola, Johanna. ¿Cómo estás? Tu video está muy fabuloso. Y mi español está muy poquito still. To all my Spanish-speaking friends, hola. Lo siento, Danny no está aquí ahora. However, next week he'll be here. I might be wearing my shirt today. Seemed appropriate. Oh, that's awesome. Once we get those t-shirts, I assure you all three of us will be wearing them together. It might be the new live uniform. We'll see. Oh, thank you so much. I appreciate that. They like my Spanish. I'm trying. Muy, is it Fago? Is that try? I'm trying. Mis abuelos hablan español, pero they didn't teach me. Awesome. Yeah, me entiendo mucho, pero hablo poquito. But yeah, let's check in on the xTool, see how it's doing. Oh, thank you guys. I really appreciate it. Oh, awesome. Aw. I feel so loved right now. You guys are the best. All right, let's check in. It looks like this is almost done. All it has left is the M from MakerFlo, and then it's just got to engrave the crafts, and then that's it. So, my Spanglish, thank you. I've been working on it for years. No. But let's go ahead and take a look at the other little box that I had out here. I'm going to just go ahead and take the tape off it really quick. Jesse, where'd my box go? All right. Thank you. Awesome. All right. How's the favorite cowboy doing? Who's the favorite cowboy? Maybe John? Or Steven? You'll have to tell me who that is. That's Cynthia again.
Okay.
It could be a joke that I'm not prepared for. I don't know.
Get banned.
Oh, you're doing much better. They didn't teach me either. Thanks, Mom. See, my mom speaks less Spanish than I do. That's how hard I'm trying. Definitely recommend. Awesome. Okay, so this box, I just removed all the little tape off of. We're going to try to engrave on this as well. We did get a second request though, and that was to actually try to tape down part of it and engrave on that. Oh, you're wearing where Deshaun is. That makes so much more sense. He's the cowboy because of the cowboy hat. I remember now. Okay, that makes sense. Okay, so here's what happened, Cynthia. You know me, guys. I plan. I'm a planner. And then occasionally, he's not been on the live. This is why though. So occasionally I make these plans and I try to, like I knew Danny wouldn't be here, so I try to get Deshaun on. However, you guys love the sale too much and they're too busy and they couldn't give me Deshaun. So that's what happened. I wanted him to be here. He wanted to be here. I posted he would be here. Shortly after they let me know he wouldn't be here. So that's where we're at. And then yeah, so Leslie makes some really cool videos. We actually just accepted a collab request from her yesterday where she's engraving on a 20-ounce skinny with this xTool. So she's done some really cool stuff with it. But yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and tape down part of this and we're gonna engrave on it in just a little bit. And if we don't get to the next one, we'll do it on the next live. So don't worry guys, we're gonna be engraving for a little bit more today. I just might not be able to get to everything on this live. So we'll see what we can do. Oh, it's engraving the crafts now. It's almost done. I'm so excited. So while that's happening, I'm trying to grab some tape and I'm gonna go ahead and just tape down this area here. And again, the reason why we're doing this is we want to see if the unicorn spit looks cooler etched in after it's been engraved, or if it looks cooler being engraved on after it's been colored. So we're gonna run the test, see which one's better. Let's see. Whole MakerFlo Crafts. Thank you, Cynthia. We try, and honestly, because we're trying to be so awesome, that's why Deshaun can't be here. We were busy, so they needed him in the warehouse more than I needed him on this live. So that's what's happening today. However, excuse me. However, next week we'll be back with Danny, myself, and Jesse. So God willing, we'll all be here, and it'll be fun. But yeah, maybe it'll be ultra cool. I missed that trash can, so we'll just ignore that. But yeah, let's take a look and see what the engraver did. Okay, this looks great. Look at that, guys. So again, it's backwards in the camera, but that's not how it is in real life. Isn't that beautiful? And remember the engraving usually only does 4x4. So with the slide extender, you can do out to 12 inches instead of 4x4, it's 4x12. So this is super awesome. Love how this came out. If you guys are engravers and you need something for quick personalizations, this is it. So I did try this a little earlier and not quite as happy with that side, but yeah, look how consistent it is. So this was my first attempt, and then this was after I placed it a little better. It's perfect, guys. I love this. Awesome. But yeah, so that's that. Let's go ahead and tape this up really quick. So let's see. Jesse, can you share the settings in the chat? Absolutely.
Yeah.
It was, do you need to know what they are again?
No, I think I got it.
Okay. So Jesse's going to share the settings with you guys. So if anybody has these cool marble boards at home and they want to try it, it'll come out just like a dream, just like that. So, huh?
I hit enter when I was done.
You're okay. So now what I'm doing, guys, is I'm going to go ahead and just lay some tape down over where I'm going to engrave next. And the reason for this is we want to isolate the engraving area so that when it's done, I can just stain in those spots, then remove the tape, and we'll see how it came out. So I'm going to go ahead and just get that laid down now. And then we'll go ahead and give that a try. If we're not able to get to it on this live, don't worry, we'll do it on the next one. But yeah, we're not done engraving today. We have some more things to do. And I'm going to do one more little strip of tape. That way we have enough space. Thanks, guys. I really appreciate your guys' compliments. But yeah, we're trying. So hopefully we're giving you guys some good inspiration. You guys can see how cool this xTool is and how easy it is to use.
The settings are linked.
The settings are linked in the chat, guys. So Jesse put those in there for you. And again, I've never done engraving before this. So if I'm able to do it, I am confident you can figure it out too. At the very least, you might just need to bug us a little bit and we'll help you out with the settings that we have. But yeah, awesome, cool. So now I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to put this in here. Now, for this one, I don't necessarily need the slide engraver or the sliding tool, but I'm going to use it since it's here, as long as I can still get this to focus. So I don't know if you guys can see. Let's see. Danny will be impressed when he gets back. I hope so. I'm going to leave this on his desk.
I'm jealous.
Say, look what I did when you weren't here. All right, so you guys see that little red light and the blue light? That tape helps it shine through a lot, huh? So I'm using this little button on the side here, and I'm just getting those two to meet. And once those two colors meet, that's how I know it's focused. Perfect. Awesome. At the very end, it worked. So basically, if ever you get to the point where whatever you're in there putting in there is too tall, you can always take the bottom out and push it underneath. So that's the cool thing about the xTool F1. The Ultra is super cool too, but I've noticed that it doesn't have that removable bed, so you can't really put anything under it. So nice little feature there. Okay, so I've got that laid out the way I want it. Now I'm going to go to my computer. Okay. Now this, I want it to be a lot smaller. So I'm going to go ahead and move this into this frame right here. So let me go ahead and show the computer real quick so you guys can see what I'm doing. Awesome. Okay. So remember these little quadrants, guys, right? So when I look here at the top numbers, I see that I've got my box all the way out to 310. So this is 100, 200, 300 quadrant. So 310 would literally be this block right here. So this is the edge of where I have my box, and then it starts at 90. So it would start right about here and then goes to here. So this is my box area. So I don't want my design to be any bigger than the box. So let's go ahead and make this a lot smaller. And does that help, guys, kind of learning the numbers and what they mean?
Yeah, it does. Yeah.
Awesome.
Even sitting over here, it makes a lot more sense.
Cool.
Trying to explain it.
Awesome. Okay. So I've got this pretty much where I want it to be. Let me move it over just a little bit more. Awesome. Okay. Now let's say you wanted to flip that around, right? Oh, hey, good to see you. That's Ed Maurice. Awesome. I got another friend in the chat. Appreciate you being here today. Hope everyone's doing well back home. Awesome. Now, let me show you guys how to kind of turn that around. So, from this circle up here, that's how you would actually flip it upside down. So, now it is flipped, and it's going to be right side up this time. And, let's see. I like where it's framed. I could probably pull it over a little bit more. Let's see. So right now, it's ending over at the edge. Let me see. So I just did that same framing trick that Jesse showed me, and I see that it ends over here. So I want it to be a lot smaller than that. So I'm gonna actually go ahead and size that in a bit more. And then that looks closer to where I want it to be. Let's just slide it a little bit more. Okay. I think that's about it. So let's see. So it's still just a tiny bit too big. See how it ended right there, just past the red? So I want to get it just a little bit smaller. I need one of those here in the DR. I mean, these are super cool. I think you do too. They're a lot of fun. So let's make this just a tiny bit smaller. Okay. And then it looks like I can scoot it over just a skosh. Awesome. Okay, so I'm just trying to center it in my red tape here. So let's see how it did this time. Okay. And then it ends right there at the edge of the red tape. So perfect. This is exactly where we wanted it to line up. So let's go ahead and we'll set this to engrave. All right, so now I'm gonna go back to my computer because it's framed up the way I want it to be. And then let me zoom in so you guys can see my settings and all that. Awesome. Okay. Okay, so that is the creative space. So I know I didn't mention this much, but this is the design software that actually comes with the xTool. So this is free of charge, comes with the xTool, has a lot of shapes that you can download for free. Also has an AI feature, so it'll come up some really cool images for you as well. You just give it some prompts and away it goes. But yeah, let's go ahead and get this engraved. The settings I'm using are the same because it's a very similar type of wood. So I'm using the blue light, and I'm going 100 on the power, 140 on the speed, and lines per centimeter are going to be 100. So we'll go ahead and we'll stop framing. We're going to go ahead and process it. And we'll click the start button. And when I say stop framing, process, all those are actual buttons. So those are the buttons you would press. Once you're done there, the next thing you want to do is we'll zoom out a little bit so you guys can see. Awesome. Okay, so next thing we'll do is we're going to click the little button right here on the side. And I'm going to lower this down a little bit because I don't want to blind anybody or myself. And here we go. Makes me super nervous when it takes it all the way away and then brings it back to the right place. But hey, it's worked out every time. So slowly I'm getting less nervous. Did anybody else think I was going to engrave on the slide extender? But yeah, guys, super easy to use. Like I said, I've had zero engraving experience before this, and hopefully I made it look easy and you guys can see that this is something that anyone can do. But yeah, super fun. A lot of options with this for sure. And this is just one of the accessories that comes with it. So this is the slide extender. It also has a rotary tool. The rotary tool can actually hold cups, so that way you can engrave on cups. On top of that, I want to say I have them put away somewhere, but I also have jigs. So like my friend Ashley, who's not here today, I put them away. They're in here. Well, I know where they are. They're just put away. She makes really cool like 3D printed jigs that'll hold like whiskey glasses. It'll hold things like that in place so that you can keep on crafting. But yeah, Leslie's absolutely correct. So much fun. Possibilities are endless with this. Like, it's one of those things you kind of just keep picking up as you go. But yeah, definitely a lot of fun. Let's kind of see where we're at with the engraving. Oh wow, it's almost done. I might just let it finish, show you guys, and then we'll start prepping for the next live on the last one. But yeah, let me know if you guys have any last minute questions. This is almost done, engraved super quick. But yeah, just let me know and we'll get those answered for you. Yep. Awesome. Yeah, just doing the crafts now. But yeah, I think on our very next live, we have the opposite side of this that is actually colored with the unicorn spit that we need to engrave just to see what it looks like. Kind of see how much you can tell the engraving once it's done. And this is already done. Look at this. Awesome. So, see, it's got MakerFlo Crafts. It looks pretty deep. What we would do now is before we remove the tape, we'll actually put some of the fill of the unicorn spit right here in the engraving so that you can kind of see what those look like. Then we'll peel it so just that engraved bit is colored. But yeah, on our next live, we'll also engrave on this. Maybe we'll do some sublimating. And yeah, we're going to keep this going. So I hope you guys had fun today. If you have any questions, drop them quick or catch us in our very next live. Do we offer the extender as well? Absolutely. We sell it separately. So yeah, that one is on the site by itself. And actually, hold on. Let me message you in like 5 minutes, Leslie, because I have an idea. All right. Anybody else, if you have any last minute questions, let us know. Again, all of these tools are available on the website. So if you don't have them and you need them for your next pop-up, highly recommend checking out that xTool. Got some really good deals on the site. Not to mention, if you get these products from our site, it comes with our customer service. So where this company might be far, far away, we are not. And we are happy to help you. And if we don't know the answer, we've got one in the studio, we've got one at the warehouse. We'll figure it out. So just let us know, and we're happy to help, guys. But thank you so much for joining me on this live. We're going to have some more fun on our very next live. Might be playing with some true flat, might be doing some engraving, maybe some sublimation, so many things. So join us at TikTok in about 12 minutes. Any last words, Jesse?
Stay crafty.
Stay crafty. You heard him. All right, we'll see you guys in a few. Thanks again for joining.